My first paid client was Vasu Healthcare, and I had to create a contest campaign for its widely known product Trichup hair oil. But the most important thing is I messed it up while the project was still running. Do you want to know what went wrong? Stay tuned as I'll be sharing the entire story of my failure in this video and also the lessons learned so that you don't make the same mistakes. What's up my social tribe? I am Dr. Khushbu Pandya, your social media bestie. I started my career as a social media freelancer in 2008 to now becoming the social boss. Hence, I'll be sharing everything I learned in my decade-long journey to help you earn more and create your financial freedom. So this was a hard choice for me whether to talk about my first failure on a YouTube video, because usually people share their successes and not failures. But this was a stepping stone for me and I learned so many lessons in this project. So I just decided to share it. Hope this helps you. Okay, so the first things first. This client came to me via a graphic and web agency. At this time, I was just a freelancer and didn't have any experience working with such a huge client. I had my PhD degree by then, but unfortunately, no work. Funny, right? I know. Yeah. So, well, anyways, I landed a great opportunity, but with no idea on how will I execute it. And while this agency asked me if I'll be working on it with them, I just said yes to every requirement without even considering to look closely what the client really wanted. And so here comes the first learning. Never say yes to deliverables demanded without reading or listening to it properly. Take your own time to understand the project requirements and align with your skills. Ask these questions to yourself. Would you be doing it justice to it or not? Are the client requirements feasible? How much time would you take to complete the project? What do you require from the client for successful delivery of the project? Okay, so coming back to my story, after I got myself into the project, there was another major issue that I never thought was coming, because this agency with whom I was working as an outsource was a mediator and was also handling communications between me and the client. So in a way, I never had a direct client communication. I was handling the client through them, the agency, and that created a lot of chaos. There was a lot of communication gap, and this happened majorly because of the clash of thought processes between me and the agency. And that was my second learning. Always have a direct communication with the client and never work as an outsource, or avoid working as an outsource. Well, this was my personal learning. Many of you might be comfortable offering white label services for others, but this is for people who are like me, who likes to have a clear and crisp communication system. I like to know the client better from the client themselves, because they know their business well and I know my job well. So it is important to have these deep conversations where goals can be aligned, and if the client do not understand little things like follower number does not equal to sales, in such scenarios it is important to have educate the clients about how actually the social media marketing works. From where I come, it was an era where social media was believed to be a fad and client education was the primary thing before even talking about services or budgets. So I always believe in alignment of vision, mission, goals before offering services or even sending out service quotations. Even today, when someone reaches out to me or my agency asking how much do you charge for Instagram management or social media marketing, I just don't have a copy pasted template. Because honestly, we don't follow one size fits all methodology ever. I need to know things. I will ask you hundred of questions before onboarding as a client. In fact, there's an inner joke between me and my husband is that he always tells me, तू इतने क्वेश्चंस पूछती है, क्लाइंट इरिटेट नहीं होते? वेल, इफ आई वॉन्ट आस्क यू क्वेश्चंस, हाउ विल आई नो योर बिजनेस वेल? एंड इफ आई डोंट नो योर बिजनेस वेल, हाउ विल आई बी एबल टू मार्केट इट ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ यू, राइट? So never shy away to ask a lot of questions to your potential before even taking them as a client. Your clarity will define your performance. Coming back to my story again, by this time I knew I was really messing up because of the lack of clarity. I communicated with the agency and that the deliverables can't be achieved because there's no proper alignment in thoughts. The client needed the contest to run and succeed, while the goal communicated to me was to increase Facebook page likes as a primary goal. Yes, those were the days where Facebook was exciting. Anyways, this mismatch and a lot of chaotic communication led to a confused outcome. But at the end of this project, something good happened. The agency never communicated with the client that they had hired me for the job, but when the project went haywire, they blamed everything on me, which I think was the best thing ever happened. You confused, right? Why would I take the blame on me? Well, I could have not taken the blame on me, but instead I did. I owned everything and took this opportunity to meet the client finally. I had a great meeting with them where we discussed what went wrong, what could have been done, what were their goals, and how are they looking forward to promote their products in different places. This gave me a chance to network with the amazing company, and then later on I had the privilege to have some training sessions with their marketing team as well. Even I remember when I hosted my first social media day celebration as an event, I invited their marketing team and they were kind enough to grace the event as well. So now that's where my third and most important lesson comes into play. Never run away from tough and difficult communications. Face it, even when you are least involved and someone throws you in the fire. Take the opportunity and turn the situation upside down in your favor. This is a hard lesson, but I am glad I learned it in my very first client. So, if you are a social media freelancer and in a lookout for your first client or new clients for that matter, do not make these mistakes. Your social media bestie, that's me, is here to help you grow and become a social boss. Don't go before subscribing to this channel because it's your go-to free resource to help you be a pro SMM. And before you hop on to another video, make sure to check the link in the description. See you in the next video. Until then, keep spreading and sharing good vibes globally.